What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Brown Fox Podcast. My name is Matt, and joining alongside me, as always, Big Joe. How are you, man?
My coffee was full at the beginning of the first recording.
We will get into that very soon. But all I'm going to say is rookie error from all of us. Anyways, guys, you'll see we have two. I feel like we've done this already before.
Yeah, does anyone else have like a Groundhog's Day effect on this?
Yeah, literally. It's a good movie.
Yes.
You'll see we have two new people either side of us that haven't been on the podcast before. So on my left, we have Big Josh. How are you, man?
Good man.
That is good. And Big Alex. How are you?
Happy to be here.
That's awesome. So, anyone else ever had deja vu before?
Oh, exceedingly.
Yeah, all the time.
Long story short, guys, we were recording for what, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, the record light was still green. So the cameras were on, but the roadcaster wasn't recording yet.
We are professionals.
Yes.
Yeah, we promise.
Well, you guys just haven't done this in about 6 months, have you?
In our defense, we actually haven't recorded an episode for 6 to 7 months. Now, obviously, you will have seen that episode 15 didn't actually come out too long ago. But we may have filmed that about 6 or 7 months ago. So keep it down. Yeah. So look, we actually haven't recorded for quite a while. So look, it is great to be back, guys. Really, we're just wanting this podcast to be... Obviously, we're recording a week, 2 weeks out from the end of the year. So I guess we're just wanting this podcast to be sort of an end of year reflective sort of podcast, and then looking forward to 2023. And so...
Yes.
Yeah. This guy. But look... really excited and glad you could join us along for the ride again. But before we get into the meat of the podcast, I think we might start off with the most important segment of the show, and that being a little bit of this. Dad jokes.
What is jazz chat?
It kind of does sound like it, eh? I think we should, maybe we could introduce that sometime. So basically the segment is...
Nice.
So I love the timing. You always do it as well.
That was a really good time.
Yeah, I know. Basically, if you haven't watched this segment before, it's pretty self-explanatory. We all think of a dad joke to say, and obviously 4 people instead of 2 this time. So we're all going to say a dad joke, and you guys have to rate or comment down below your favorite dad joke. So,
Yes.
should I start?
Please do.
I'll start. All right. Sorry. No.
It's good. It's a great joke.
You guys definitely haven't heard this joke before.
No.
I only know 25... Sorry, I'm speaking to the viewers here.
Yeah.
I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
Should have gone to school.
Very scumbag.
The first time I heard that joke, I was like, oh, that's kind of good. The second time I heard it, it physically hurt my soul.
I'll take it.
That was good, man.
What about you, Josh?
All right. Okay, I got one. What?
This track is insanely
I
funny.
love this.
So. Anyways, how do billboards talk to each other?
Not sure.
Sign language.
Oh, wow.
That's very good.
That was
Very
good.
good.
Very good.
What about you boys? Who wants to go? Alex, you got one?
Sure. This one's straight from one of the Christmas crackers, since it is the season. So, what did Santa say to Rudolph when he asked about the weather?
Not sure.
Is it going to rain, dear?
Oh my god.
Also, not that anyone will get this, but I'm holding his jacket.
So I'll take that back from him. Thank you.
And people watching and listening will be like, what are you talking about? I really wish we were actually recording.
That's too good.
In the new year, you have to say that.
I will do the normal
right.
joke,
That's
yeah.
a good, when we've like kind of forgotten about it. But
Man,
I don't know if we will.
we've made it this far into the music track. It's going crazy.
It is. We've never heard this part of the music track. It's awesome.
Is this cat playing piano? Because it sounds like that. Like someone's playing the piano and then a cat just occasionally goes,
Yeah. Well, to save the best till last, what do you got, Joe?
Well, that's a lot of pressure, man. I already used my best one today. So,
Gee, that's a worry. No.
I don't know, but there's been a lot of stuff on the news lately.
Yeah.
But did you hear about the guy who had his left side completely cut off?
I think we all know the answer. I won't say it. So yeah. No, I didn't, man.
Oh yeah. He's alright now.
Yeah. I didn't want to spoil it. Yeah.
I heard all his best traits were left behind.
Oh,
Gosh.
guys, we got to the end of the track.
Wow.
No way.
World
yourself a
record.
round of
World
applause.
record.
I like it. I
You
like it.
actually held the dad joke segment.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
And if you just want to keep an eye on that camera there, you can wave to it if you want, but just make sure the red light is.
Yeah, we
staying.
are
So
still red on all.
we are still rolling. We're about 20 minutes in now. But yeah, obviously super keen to get into today's podcast to round out the year. But before we get into the bulk of the podcast, I'd love to, obviously there's two new faces here, so I'd love to let these guys introduce themselves, talk a little bit about, themselves, their background, their involvement with Brown Fox, and what they like getting up to on their day off. So we'll start with you, Alex.
Okay.
Feel free to, have a chat to the listeners about yourself.
Yeah, of course. Well, I'm Alex Ratcliffe, as Matt said before. I guess you would call me the scriptwriter on call. I've been with you guys for about 2 years now, and I've done a plethora of jobs from production assisting to audio recording to just general help on set. But the main thing I've been doing recently is that when you guys get like a commercial that you guys need to write, I usually get a call from Joe on a Monday when I'm coming back from my 9 to 5. That usually goes, "Hey Alex, how you doing? How's your week been? How you been, mate? Oh, that's great. Hey, listen, we're doing a commercial for this local business, and they've sent me a few examples, but we really need a good script on this. So can you send me a few concepts? No rush, but the sooner the better." And then I'm like, "Yep, sure, take it all on board." And then I'm pretty sure I'm sending you an email by 6 o'clock that night, like, "Hey man, I had a shower. Here are the 4 best concepts I came up with. Give them to the people. Let me know what you want, and I will write the script as soon as you give me the green light."
100%.
And you mentioned earlier today, there's a few categories of commercials. There's
Yes.
visionary, there's paycheck, and then there's performance enhancing substances. and I feel like your concepts always fall into the visionary one.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Glad it's not the last category.
Too good. Too good. That's great. You've been such a great help to us for some projects this year, and couldn't thank you enough, man.
I'm always happy to help.
Yeah.
Always happy to be here.
For sure. What do you like getting up to on your day off?
Well, this is my day off. But if I'm not writing for you guys, I'm writing for myself. Whether that's my own personal projects or just other stuff. I'm looking to get into a bit of voice acting in the new year, and I'm in fact looking to do a bit of YouTube next year with a little bit of animated content.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so watch this space.
Stay tuned. Yeah.
I'm not sure if the target audience for this will necessarily be the target audience for that, but who knows? There might be some overlap.
You never know. You never know. Yeah, that's great. Thanks for sharing. What about you, Josh?
Hi, my name is Joshua Williams. I am a video editor here at Brown Fox Media House. So this time I said Media House. Oh, bless you. So yeah, based on
sorry, I like how you muted yourself, but you can still hear it through. And the rest of the mics.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I covered it. I was sipping some water at the time.
Sorry, Josh.
that's
Sorry.
fine, that's
Keep going.
So as I was saying, I am a video editor here at Brown Fox Media House. I pretty much create all the content, or pretty much help out create the content, create the any projects that we have on the line. Even when we're on the field, I pretty much help out with the production, and then I pretty much do everything these guys tell me to do. Whether it's like
Make coffee. Make coffee.
Man,
make coffees.
Yeah, or hey, we got a project. You want to do it? I'm like, I don't even know what to do, but sure, let's do it.
We have a project. Turn it around today.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Or sometimes I'd like to be the. They sometimes call me the walking soundboard. I make these weird, random noises.
Pretty much. He's taken over from me.
Yeah, when we're editing, so I just just anything comes out of my mouth. I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
but just
So how long have you been on board with Brown Fox?
So I would say about 7-8 months now. Like,
And you were telling everyone before we started recording.
Yeah.
You had the interview a day before your birthday.
a day before my birthday. Yeah.
Good birthday present.
Yeah, I know. It's like the moment I turned 24, it's like everything just turned around and here I am.
Life's complete.
Yeah. Just pursuing the career I wanted to do. So
Yeah, Josh, do you like swimming? Because we're going to throw you in the deep end.
Yeah, exactly. That is not a lie.
As funny as that sounds,
done well.
you've done amazing because Joe and I can definitely testify to say that we definitely threw you in the deep end, and because we were just reason we were looking for someone because we couldn't handle everything for ourselves. We needed someone else. We needed some more help, and it was just that busy. So yeah, thank you for helping us out a lot, because I don't know where we'd be without you or any help, so
Don't worry. It's all good.
so this is about the time the recording stopped. We figured out last time we wasn't recording, but what do you like doing on your day off?
Drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Deja vu much.
Yeah.
So I tend to enjoy hanging out with my friends, try to get some time with my family. Like to play games, mostly not just competitive games, but like story-based games, because I like to just have an escape sometimes and just be immersed in a different world. But mostly just the story, or just spend time with my girlfriend and just doing things what she wants to do, whether it's reading a book or having time with her pets.
It's cute.
What was your latest accomplishment?
I would say I was sharing a story to these guys earlier, but so pretty much everyone here knows God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah, you
pretty
do.
much. Like, we were just watching the Game Awards like a couple of weeks back, and they saw my reaction of how I don't want to talk about
keep it down.
Best audio, God of War. Best acting, God of War.
Everything.
Best video game, Elden Ring.
Should have seen his reaction.
So pretty much just yesterday I was able to 100% everything in the game, like I got the platinum trophy. I pretty much accomplished everything, no crumbs left in the game. But the icing on the cake is, for those who know the game, is that I played it all straight in the hardest difficulty, which is Give Me God of War. So,
Dang.
So technically I'm like exhausted, but I would say it was worth the grind, and the amount of time I would repeatedly fight the same boss for hours and hours. I would say it was worth it. So
Sure. Dedication.
Yeah, I'm much more of a completionist. I've done the same thing with the past God of War games too. So yeah.
Wow.
There you go. No, that's awesome. Well, thanks, boys, for sharing.
No problem.
Let's move on to another one of our favorite segments. It is time for, I think this is the right sound effect, Fact of the Day. Sounds not up. Fact of the Day. There we go. Sorry, rookie errors. We haven't recorded for like 6 or 7 months. Boys,
Sir.
ma'am, today's Fact of the Day, and as always, video related.
Yes. So it's a thing we say in the office these days. So it's just got to come out as well.
Yes. 72% of internet users learn about a product through videos. And I can testify in my own experiences, and I'm sure the guys are the same. And I'm pretty sure we have talked about this on a past episode. If I'm wanting to research about a product, and at the moment, golf stuff, primarily, but obviously also video related, I will probably 9 times out of 10 look on YouTube to look at other people's reviews on products, testimonial videos. So just quickly, you boys have had the same sort of experience before with?
Yeah. I mean, I mostly, so I don't do a whole lot of online shopping. I'm the kind of person who goes out and I like to buy things from the shop. I'm old fashioned that way.
No,
but I guess when I'm like trying to learn about something, whether that's a bit of history or just a topic or something like that, and I don't have a whole lot of backstory for it, I will go on to like YouTube and I'll try and find the most informative video that I can to try and like what the cover of that topic is, because I don't want to go into conversations blind. So I'm like, what is everyone talking about? I better look in on this.
Yeah, 100%. What about you, Josh?
I would say I'm pretty much the same as what you say. Like, I pretty much rely on YouTube most of the time, but sometimes I like to go in depth and just read articles based on it. whether it's your products, games, or anything hobby wise. But yeah, definitely, I definitely agree with that.
100%. Joe, I'm sure
It's not 100%, 72%.
Sorry, 72%. Yeah. The rest is article based, so yeah.
That's fair. I don't know where this article, I can't remember the website, I think somewhere in America, but hey, it could be more, it could be less here in Australia, but probably pretty similar. But I'm sure we've talked about it before, Joe, but do you want to quickly just touch on your own experiences and the power that video has in terms of persuading someone to buy a product or whatnot?
Yeah. I mean, case in point was this very weekend. I was very busy
doing
things that were involved a lot of time. And at the same time, my in-laws were asking me if there was anything I wanted from Christmas.
Yeah.
And because we don't like guessing, we just want to make sure that we know exactly what the other person wants. It's good.
Yeah.
It saves us getting stuff we don't want. But I suggested a certain product and it's coffee related. It's very specific, very niche. And so I actually went to Google first just to type in best, in this case, coffee grinder for filter coffee. But the problem with when you go to Google for a search like this is that typically Google ranks a lot of their the first couple that come up is actually a lot of the time it's not really the most reputable sources. A lot of the time it's people who are actually just trying to do affiliate marketing and sell top 10 products. So you click on their link and then they get they get something back. But then you go to YouTube and then I've already built a trust with a certain person on YouTube. As soon as I saw his video come up, I just clicked on it, scanned it, went through the comments, and I'm like, that's exactly what I want there because the trust factor was from a real person. So that was, within 5 to 10 minutes of not knowing what the products were to making a decision on the product, I was like, done. Just because of that. And I verified a few other videos kind of. I feel like YouTube as a search engine, because it's a search engine.
Yeah.
You can find some really reliable information on there.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. Well, 72.
72%.
But what do you do with the other 1 out of 10 if you do it 9 out of 10?
Yeah, I mean, as who said it? Articles, was someone saying?
Yeah.
I will read from time to time, occasionally articles, but more times than not, it's definitely a video.
I feel like also YouTube is a community to a degree.
Yeah.
So for me, I actually go to community forums to do research.
Yeah.
So YouTube is one of them because people have communities within their subscription or whatever the person is.
Yeah.
And otherwise, for me, it would be something like Reddit or Ozbark, where there's actually a focused community talking about it, and you kind of know that there's reliable information there.
Yep.
So
Slightly on the topic, but a bit different. I remember seeing a news story not too long ago, which was talking about in England the group that were in charge of like civil engineering, civil repair, and stuff like that. And England has a lot of very small villages, very small towns, and of course, as anyone who's lives under a council can attest, when an issue pops up, like say a pothole, a broken street lamp, something like that, the council take forever to get it done.
you just reminded me of something.
Yeah. But the thing that I thought was really cool was this branch that opened up in England. Apparently they ignored the traditional way of doing things, which is, okay, we got a big long list of things that we need to get done. We're going to start at the top, which goes all the way back to 2010. And then we're going to move our way down the bottom to like 2022. So instead what they did was they started going onto the community Facebook pages for these villages, these towns. And they looked at like the biggest thing that people were complaining about in that village, whether there was like a pothole in the middle of a town, big tree that was cutting off power lines, stuff like that. And they went after those things first because those were the things that were causing the immediate issues. And then they worked their way backwards that way. It probably had a big impact on the community because they were actually addressing like the actual issues that were affecting the community at the time, not something that was a decade prior or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Well, thanks for sharing that.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, that's very informative.
Yeah.
Yesterday we went for a walk around. We have a route around our house we always take.
Yeah.
We got to the end and we're like, wait, someone's taken the street signs out. It was just on the ground. Like, that's funny. I took a photo of it. And I was like, oh, we should probably report it. And then walked a few hundred meters to the next sign. And we're like, wait a second, that was the sign for this one here. Where's that sign? Someone's just gone around and been pulling all the signposts out and just swapping them all over the place. We're like, man, must have been a good Saturday night.
I like it.
If you're a council member for the Mansfield area and you're watching this podcast,
Fix your signs.
there are some street signs that need to be replaced.
Yes, 100%. Look, this year has been massive. I think that's an understatement, but
Not wrong.
yeah, it's been a crazy year. I think Joe told us, and feel free to go into this more, man. I'll let you sort of drive this segment of the show, but this year to date, 2022 has been our biggest year as Brown Fox, and we're in year 4 or 5 now or something like that. And it's been massive. We've had some amazing opportunities to work with some pretty big clients, and organizations, businesses, brands. So Joe, I was wondering if you'd be able to just quickly talk about, it doesn't have to be quick, however long you want it to be, talk about basically, long story short, how this year's been, even if you wanted to mention some of the organizations we've been able to work with, and basically if you wanted to just summarize what this year has been like from start to end. I know it's we could talk for 2 to 3 hours about that, but
So January 1.
yeah, New Year's Day.
Well, your golf game has seen a lot of improvement.
Look, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
I've definitely improved. I'm not hitting a slice as much. So, but yeah, we'll save that for another podcast. Yeah,
Absolutely. Oh, it has been a big year.
yeah.
It's probably part of the reason there's 4 of us sitting around a podcast right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's been just a series of just a good year of just general growth.
Yep.
But also, like you said, some of the opportunities that have come this year have been really exciting.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's that maturity point in what we're doing at Brown Fox. We're now 4.5 years since I started Brown Fox, and now I think it's got that first level of reputation that it takes a long time to build. So we've hit that mark now where people actually go, oh yeah, we've heard of Brown Fox, and as a result, our work has improved, our opportunities are improving, and I'm not seeing any really signs of slowdown in terms of where video production is at as an industry. And I'm very grateful that we're really, in a sense, we really are in a growth phase for the industry. And, our own type of work that we're doing has evolved and changed throughout the year. And I think we've also found a rhythm with what we feel we do best and the kinds of clients that we want to work with. And it's resulted in, I think overall, there's still a lot of learning, but overall we have a good direction. So the growth is there. We're very excited for 2023, and in particular, to the opportunities that will come from there. I mean, how specific do you want us to talk here?
Well,
very general.
Yeah. Well, my next point was, why don't we quickly discuss or talk about and reflect on some of the highlights sort of from this year, whether it be obviously in like a work related sense, but it could be personal as well. But obviously mostly work, let's discuss some of the highlights that we've experienced this year.
For sure. I mean, you hit 200 with your 3-wood.
I did actually.
So that's pretty unreal.
It's pretty huge.
Can't even get there with my driver. But anyway.
Yeah, you can.
No, in terms of overall, I think some of the stuff is probably take too long to discuss. But I think for me, overall, the growth in the team has been really unreal in terms of just even Josh coming along and developing, and watching Matt really solidify his role within what we do, and Alex actually finding a groove with what you can do best, considering you have another job and you do things. And, our contractor base has been really solid. We've found some really reliable people that we love working with, and we can call part of the broader team. So the overall scale of productions has increased. We've done projects this year where we've had 5 or 6 crew, which is a lot more than one.
Yeah.
So the logistics and learning how that looks and the caliber of the clients in that, big organizations that are doing really meaningful work and are actually based internationally. So, learning logistically, how do you coordinate with people who are actually overseas? How do you do all sorts of things that, I guess 5 years ago when I first picked up a camera and thought I would shoot some videos for Gelasissimo, I don't really know what I was doing or what that would look like in 5 years. So I think significant learning within our team that we can take next year and really push towards brand storytelling, commercials, like really loving actually getting to do commercials and ads, which has been a bit more of a creative spin on what we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of finding our niche, I'm really happy that we found that this year.
Well, that was something else I wanted to touch on quickly. Like what is, and obviously we can go back to the others.
Guys have to say this.
Yeah. I mean, well, what about you, Josh? Like, since you've come on board the business, what are some highlights for you that pop straight in your mind when you think about this year since coming on board?
That I get to have a lot of laughs with these guys, honestly, and just be myself and just like whatever noise I make, they just. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? got you there. But yeah, other than that, like when it comes to like growth, I feel like I've really expanded my skill set, me as a person as well, and just I guess being a better person and being a better workmate. When it comes to being on the field, it's like I've learned a lot about the people I meet, and just understanding people's story, and just I guess the best thing is like that I get to discover new things that I never thought I'd reach, potential, and even just and I've always like for 2 years I've always wanted to edit it, but I never thought I'd reach this scale, and I look back to even today, like I look back and I'm like, dang, like I can't believe it's like everything is pretty much a highlight in my life. Like I went from shooting on a phone to now here I am in a video production company with the most amazing team, and I never thought I'd like get this opportunity. But yeah, I don't take this for granted at all. So
100%. I think the exact same way. I personally, I understand exactly where you're coming from. I've been involved in the business now since first sort of catch up with Joe was towards the end of 2020. So kind of ever since then, and I never want to take this opportunity for granted. And I've said it before, but thank you so much, Joe. Anyways, I actually didn't expect to go that way, but like in this podcast. But yeah, it's
very sweet.
Yeah, such a blessing to do something that I thoroughly enjoy every day, and wake up actually looking forward to going to work each morning. So. But what about you, Alex? Kind of being that the guy that we call on whenever we need your script writing skills. Or what's been some highlights?
Oh, highlights for this year. Well, everyone's golf game has improved. My pool game has improved vastly.
We did have a good social at pool.
Yeah,
that was a bit of fun. Yeah.
I've been practicing a bit at one of the local pool halls in the city.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm ready
to go sometime.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm ready to smoke you guys just yet. But we'll see.
Oh, challenge accepted.
I'm actually really sad because one of my favorite pool spots removed their pool table. So sadness. Anyway.
We'll
Brown Fox.
We'll take it to mini golf tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to it. In terms of Brown Fox, I've been working with Joe since I want to say like May or April of 2020.
Touch before me, I think.
Yeah, just a touch before. Like the first projects we worked on together was it was early road safety, wasn't it? Like the first one of those. Yeah. And, that was amazing. I was, out of the job mid 2020. And then, my mom goes, oh man, hey, one of the guys that I know through school, he's looking for some editors and stuff. And then, I get in contact with you and you're like, hey, you want to go meet for a coffee? And then I'm just like, this guy seems exceedingly switched on when it comes to the world of, I was 2 years out of film school, and every person in there wanted to make, feature films and stuff like that. But none of them were that practically minded. everyone had.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
No. Again,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was one of the few that
Yeah, well, you get what I mean. Like everyone in film school has, the great ideas that, a year from now I'm going to be in Hollywood making Marvel movies.
I get it. Yeah.
But
That's the dream.
you were exceedingly practically minded, and you were aware of what a local film production studio would look like, especially in terms of doing commercial stuff that actually, makes money. And so, so I was like, oh man, this guy seems really switched on. Let's see where this goes. And I have to say, it's been a ride, but I'm very glad that I've held on. And just kind of being like, I suppose, the most outsiderish observer of everyone here. It's been remarkable seeing the growth that's happened in this company. I mean, I was there when you were like looking for, a few targets around town, a few people to work for, and now you've got, network and contacts all over the place. You have clients that keep calling you back going, hey Joe, really love what you did last time. Let's do it again. I've got another thing that I need to get done. And it's been really good. And I guess in terms of my own personal skills, just, you've given me a lot of really interesting things to write about. The research never ends. Never ends. You hit me with a topic and I'm like, I gotta make sure I'm accurate on this. Let's go, Google. Tell me what you need to know about this topic. Yeah. My research skills have really improved.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 100%. And again, I've said it before, but your work has definitely helped out a lot this because I'll speak on behalf of myself. I'm definitely not the most gifted script writer out there. I did it quite a bit in film school, but I think, Alex, you're like the perfect fit for some of the projects that we do. So thank you. Yeah.
Group hug.
No, I think that's at the end of the day, like just for hearing you guys, I mean, we're just trying to find what everyone's best at.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in, is not that there's no point, but there's very little point in trying to overcome your weaknesses compared to just building on what you're already good at.
Yeah.
So I think the trick is find what you're good at. Let's figure it out, make you the best in the world,
Yeah.
What about you, Matt?
100%. Highlights for me.
Best DOP in the world.
Oh, far from it.
I don't even need to film anymore with this guy around.
But it's thank you, too kind. But like actually touching on that, like in all seriousness, I have enjoyed taking on a lot more of the sort of the DOP lead role for a lot of the projects this year, and I've loved taking that lead in that area and sort of calling the shots and obviously get some word of advice from the other guys as well, and some of the other contractors who are absolute guns as well. But I've enjoyed taking that more of a lead role in sort of the DOP and as well as continuing editing a lot of the projects as well. So yeah. I mean, thanks, Joe, for giving me that sort of opportunity and kind of just throwing it to me and be like, figure it out.
Good luck, have fun.
No.
Everybody.
But
It seems to be a bit of a through line with all of our various positions. Joe goes out, he meets the client, and then he goes, brilliant. Okay. Hey, Alex, listen, I got something to work on. Here, I'll just throw this to you. and then we pass it. Yeah, figure it out. And then we pass it back. And then he goes, okay, this is cool. Hey, Matt, I need you to go out and film this thing. Throws it to us. Figure it out.
Yeah,
and then we pass it back. And then he's like, cool. Hey, Josh.
yeah, 100%.
Josh is like, hey.
What do you mean by that? But like in all seriousness, I do think it is important for each of us to know our roles and be ready to tackle anything that Joe throws at us, because like literally like a golf ball or a footy or whatnot, just getting a really
It's not
weird
violent,
visual.
guys. Anything he throws at you.
No.
I think we should also specify it's not what Joe throws at us. It's what the world throws at the company.
That's it.
Absolutely.
But
Yes.
I mean, speaking personally, I'm ready to tackle anything, because I mean, if it wasn't for Joe, we wouldn't be here right now.
No.
We wouldn't have
100%. 72%.
Well,
Sorry.
72%.
Wow, guys.
It's gonna be a new percentage.
It's a very, very nice-hearted podcast. I didn't realize going down this route.
Yeah, little did you
the
know
wrap-up
that this is
after all.
the direction it was going to... No.
And here's your gift basket.
A bunch of golf balls.
I need them.
Yeah, no. But I mean, if it wasn't for you, Joe, like we wouldn't be here doing this podcast right now. We wouldn't have all the amazing opportunities that we've been able to have this year and past years as well to work with some international companies, you know, so, and obviously other companies based around here in Brisbane, which we've absolutely loved doing. But where am I going with this?
What we're saying is that we love our local guys and our international guys. Please contact us at bramfox.com.
And we'll see you in the... No.
But I think that's the summary of the last couple of years.
Yeah, 100%.
The motto that I've tried to inbuild it into one of our core values, but it's the saying I like is, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And I'm like, this is what that means. Like, we can't, one person can only do so much.
Yeah.
If you get a good team together, we can do some crazy stuff.
Oh yeah. And we've definitely already seen that sort of this year and last year and whatnot. And I guess this is a good segue into looking forward to next year, 2023.
Yes.
We are, some of the opportunities that, you know, are in the works and that potential, I'm just seeing these boys on my either side just dancing.
I've been around too many people who are into boxing lately, so they just keep,
Yeah, that's good.
Well,
That's
they've been throwing swings at you and you're having to learn how to dodge.
we'll get a boxing match, a Brown Fox boxing match.
Oh no.
But some of the opportunities that we could potentially be doing next year are pretty huge, and we are super excited for next year. But Joe, did you want to just sort of talk about what we're looking forward to next year, and I guess some of the work that we really love to do more of next year? Yeah.
Well, I mean, start with, we need to get you a golf day, a business golf day.
Yeah, definitely.
Say no more.
Put that 3-wood to good use.
Yeah.
Yep.
So looking forward to figuring that out.
Yeah,
You heard it
100%.
here first. I didn't actually plan on saying that.
Well, you have now.
Somehow we got to plan a golf day.
It's on recording. We're going to make it happen.
There will be a podcast taking place at Victoria Park.
Do a podcast while on the course.
Yes,
Say
yes.
No more. Anyways, sorry.
No, I think, there's a lot of, it's a journey. Like, I think at the end of the day, I want us to do more of what we are best at. And I think it's just that journey of finding, well, what is it that we're actually the best in? There's a headshot concept of being able to do what is the best, what are you best at doing? And also, I forget what the other ones are, but it's also like what is available out there, basically, like what will actually be the most profitable and what is there a market? That's not the headshot concept I was thinking about. So, but there's an intersection of finding that gold spot of this is, if at least 80% of the time we're doing that type of work, then we'll be in our best element. And then there's still room for some other things to learn and grow. But I mean, I want to try and streamline what it is we do. I think we do, like I said before, brand storytelling really well, finding and discovering the story behind a business and the people. And that comes out in certain ways. That comes out in us telling their brand story in a way that connects with their end client. So if someone watches a video, they'll know whether or not they want to work with that. That's a really strong application. You know, when we discover stories in their business about what their clients have experienced, testimonials and all that's storytelling as well. But also another thing we found is there's a lot of businesses at the moment and organizations that are really struggling to find good stuff. So we know now that we can position businesses as a really good employer just based off the stories that are in their business already. So that when someone watches a video, they can feel like, oh, that's the place that I want to work at. That's like a really strong trio of the kinds of videos we've done a lot of the time this year. But like I said, also, I want us to tap more into the commercial world where we get to flex a bit more of a creative muscle and actually plan out real concept storylines and kind of put them together and put all the things you guys learned in film school to use, you know, which we've got some of that coming up. You know, we've already done a couple this year. We're shooting something similar on Wednesday. Not that you guys know what day this is right now, but Monday. But absolutely, I think that's what we do best is we represent people well. I think we represent people the way and brands the way that they need to be represented. We don't mold them into something they're not. And I think if we do more of that, we're in a good place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've had the privilege of late towards the end of this year, 2022, we've been able to we've had some sort of commercial based sort of ad type videos, and we've really loved it and loved doing them. And yeah, as you said, looking forward to hopefully doing some more next year.
What's your experience been with that? I mean, you both have been involved in them. You with the orthodontics one. Oh, it's not really an ad, but I mean, you were in a bit of a short filming type project with us, and yourself, Josh, you've been on a couple as well. How do you find that type of work?
Yeah, like it's. I'm talking about. Sorry, I lost track. I'm talking about like
The commercials, like the ads, like the
ads?
solar air.
Oh,
and-
yeah. I mean, I would say, they're really fun. They're really interesting too. I mean, I don't know how to put it together, but it's just interesting to me. Honestly, it's something that I never thought I'd do, and it's like something I never thought I'd get into. And the more I understand, it's like, oh, this is actually useful. Like, why didn't I think of this? Or like, why didn't I think of this product? Why didn't I think of this?
Yeah.
You know, like, and these ads they're really, like, I would say if they were able to make me be convinced that that's something that I want to get, then I'm pretty sure whoever sees the video of their ads they'll definitely want to get it as well. So.
Yeah, it's definitely a different form of video production. Like a lot of the videos we do, it's a lot of interview based, but then the B-roll is a lot of sort of candid stuff and on the fly, which is great. But the difference with commercials ads is this is mostly sort of script based, and it's not really sort of candid or anything. Like we actually have, I don't know. I don't really know where I'm going with that, but it's different. It's interesting, and I love it. Like the experiences that we've had, and two come to mind straight away, but also the one earlier this year that Alex helped us out on. It was all sort of script based, and it was awesome. Sort of putting those, shooting those particular scenes, all the different angles, and then sort of putting it all together in the edit room, and some of the reactions we got, even some of my own reactions. Hello.
Classic.
But
that was a fun shoot.
yeah. But just the whole process, sort of from start to end, like from the script to the delivery, and everything else in between. It's been awesome. So we look forward to hopefully doing more of those type of projects next year, as well as everything else that we love doing, brand videos, testimonials, and everything else in between. So,
and if you have a commercial that you want to be made, please contact us at www.brownfox.com.au.
The link
Link in the description below.
I swear, if we ever make an ad for Brown Fox, you're doing the voiceover.
I'm looking to do some voice acting, so that would be good.
This is not the ad right here.
But yeah, look, guys, I think that's basically the podcast today. Reflecting on the year that's been and what we're looking forward to next year. So thank you guys for coming along. Apologize, Joe. I know you had something on at 4:00, so hopefully it's all good.
All good.
Hopefully that's all good. But thanks guys for coming on. Thanks to to Alex and Josh. You guys enjoyed the podcast.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Heck yeah, baby.
It is.
New soundbite.
It's Christmas, right? So
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Hey, Ruben, can you put some snow effects now on this?
Like, in all seriousness, I know we haven't obviously recorded a podcast in a while, but guys, we will try our best in the new year to be more consistent. I know we were good at the start of this year, towards the start of this year, but look, we will try our best, guys. It's just been crazy, but it's no excuse. We'll try our best to, be more, just take initiative to make more podcasts. So looking forward to that. And look, guys, if you have any comments or questions, definitely post them down below, or check out our socials, comment there, and subscribe, follow, all that sort of jazz. And Joe, did you want to do a final sign off for 2022?
I don't know what to say.
Well,
I've been the leader.
I've got something.
Okay.
A Merry Christmas to all, and all a good night.
Thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll see you next time. Fox is out.